Good morning. Happy Mother's Day. This is dedicated to Corine Davis because y'all kidnapped me from I didn't get to attend my mother's funeral. You took something from me I can't never get back. You took time. You took time. So I gave you 20 years of what I've been going through. I put it on film. Social media for social change. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. Y'all locked me up for putting the toilet in front of the Towson courthouse on February the 7th, 2011. Well, remember the movie with Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby? Let's do it again. Well, we getting ready to do it again. See the toilet? We getting ready to do it again. We're going to tell the truth about the toilet. We're going to tell the truth and shame the devil. And I'm going to get my roses while I'm still here. I'm going to get my roses while I'm still here. You feel me? That's Kwesi and Fume. That's me at the University of Law School. That's Judge Papaya, Judge Turnbull, and Judge Souder. We talking about the corruption in the courts. See the date? 2014. That's me and Dick Gregory. That's me and George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic. That's 2014. False imprisonment, police brutality, judicial fraud, prisoner's right advocate. Follow up to a federal investigation about the public and elected officials. President Obama ordered an investigation in 2008. Nobody never did the investigation. Delegate Smith didn't do it. And like I said, I was making a movie. That's Bill Clinton. Jay Clinton. That's my Storm Falls Road, 2007. All right? That's for the Sundance Film Festival. So I made a movie about you. The Vanity of the Kings and the Queens. That's Commissioner Harris and me. Yeah. The movie's about all our elected officials and how they protect white supremacy. We're going to occupy the courts. And we're doing it through the legal lens. All right? I was kidnapped by the state. And that's a writ of mandamus. I was kidnapped by the state. That's Governor O'Malley, Chief Johnson, State's Attorney Greg Bernstein, and Scott Schellenberger. I was kidnapped by the state just like Emmett Till was hung and lynched. Expand the ballot, expand the vote. We got a black governor, and our black governor got to defend us. All right? You at your crossroads, Gov. Do blacks have rights in which white America respects? Or is you going to protect white supremacy? Because you got my paperwork. Yeah. I did this all through the legal lens. So I had to make sure everything was documented. Kaylin Young seen my paperwork. I'm the cook in Baltimore. And that's Mr. Malcolm Ruff. See the date? February the 2nd at 8:53 a.m. I gave that to the state's attorney's office, and y'all got that. That state's attorney Ivan Bates. That's Ivan Bates. You feel me? That's the Maryland House of Delegates. See that? The Honorable Attorney General Anthony Brown. These are elected officials per district. You feel me? See that? House of Delegates per district. That's Julian Jones. He participated in my illegal incarceration. Now Scott Schellenberger and Ivan Bates is supporting him. Well, that's my dog Whitey, and we ain't accepting that shit. I'm the 2021 Weaver Award winner. Making a movie ain't against the law. I put pen to paper. You feel what I'm saying? I put pen to paper. And I did it through the legal lens. Y'all charged me with terrorism. I'm not a terrorist. I'm an activist. And y'all put your hands on the Bible to defend this Constitution. Well, you got 90 days of session. You got 90 days of shorty. You feel me? That's February 9th, 2011. This is 2026. Making a movie ain't against the law. I used the Constitution to do it. The struggle is real and the bus is burning. And this is the book that leave you shook. All right? I can open this book up and it's all about Baltimore. The Black Arts District. Malcolm Ruff. Scott Schellenberger. And it's about us. You feel me? We're talking about public accommodations. Because that's Mayor Brandon Scott, and you didn't let me into the State of the City address. And these is our elected officials. Like I said, the movie's about y'all. It's about the 13th Amendment. It's about Clippinger. It's about Lady Breon. It's about leaders of a beautiful struggle and what direction you leading us in. It's about Donald Trump. I'm an artist. I'm an activist. And Donald Trump got my paperwork. Donald Trump got so mad at me, he sent the Secret Service at me. Yeah, he sent the Secret Service at me. Ivan Bates don't want to talk to me, but he gave me some balls. He gave me some balls to play with. See the balls? Yeah. Maryland Volunteer Lawyers for the Arts. Governor Wes Moore. Did you use the toilet today?
You'll never flush me. I am the alpha.
We call it potty training politicians. And that's what I'm doing. And you the politician I'm training. You feel me? Y'all make me famous for toilets. So I took a negative and I turned it into a positive. Y'all called me a terrorist? No, I'm an activist. And I turned the toilets into money-making machines. We can I make money off of toilets. Yeah. Negative and turned into a positive. Social media for social change. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. We talking about the haves and the have-nots. That's President Trump and Mr. Barr. See the date? That's Dr. K. Talking about public accommodations, the right to access your courts. Bending towards social justice. That's the Baltimore Arts District. That's the Maryland Volunteer Lawyers for the Arts. That's business entities and artists. That's estate planning. I own me. I own all parts of me, and the state stole property from me. The state stole property from me. You feel me? At the Capitol. I got witnesses. Yeah, we're going to show the role of media plays in misinformation. CNN, Omar Juventus, Jane Miller, Barry Sims. Yeah, y'all got to turn that information over. The shielding law don't apply to y'all. Then we're going to go to the state prosecutor's office and get all that. We're going to go to the comptroller's office. Because I filed charges against Scott Schellenberger. Kidnapping is a federal offense. And the state and the federal government ain't did nothing about it. That's me. The Baltimore Sun had this. 2006. Dear Mr. Davis, thank you for submitting your information about the fundraiser, Get Shorty. That's Governor O'Malley. And that's March 2026. That's Governor Wes Moore. That's Governor O'Malley. Like I said, I'm an activist. And activism ain't terrorism. I'm going to terrorize you with more toilets than the truth. I'm that man from Zion. Y'all took my truck and the contents of my vehicle. That's covered under the Constitution. My right to property. You feel me? We all on the same page, right? Because like I said, making a movie ain't against the law. And we ain't even halfway through this shit yet. What I do in the light of day. That's a legal lens. All right? See who that is? That's the Maryland Volunteer Lawyers for the Arts. All right? I did everything through the legal lens, and I use legal mail to do it. Certified mailing. So if you go directly to Isabella Cumming, she got all that. We talking about public accommodations right there. Public accommodations, that's the state's attorney. That's the public defender. That's Kwesi Mfume. And that's the 2026 Arts Day. Because like I said, 90 days of session, 90 days of shorties. You feel me? Tessa got this. Mosby got this. The NAACP got this. You stick a knife in me 9 inches and pull it out 6. That's still not progress. And it's not. You still sticking knives in my back. That's Governor Hogan. That's David Trone. And that's David Trone. All right? That's David Trone. I kind of like this. Telling this story. And it's all on social media, so I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. All you got to do is put this shit on rewind. You can watch it 1,000 times. So watch this. We're going to get down in the gutter. That's through the legal lens. That's Davon Love and Mr. Jackson. And that's Ivan Bates and Mr. Conway. Through the legal lens. So everything I got it documented. I got storyboards. You feel me? And we talking about your prison industry. Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Lake County. You kidnapped me from my family. I'm selling tickets, and they ain't wolf tickets. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. That's our elected officials. And that's a request for exoneration. You feel me? That's a request for exoneration. Kaylin Young put that in. That's the FBI file. And that's my consent to be videotaped. That's parole and probation. Linda Dodge. And like I said, I was making a movie about y'all. The haves versus the have-nots. That's Dr. Sinclair from Morgan State University. All right? That's me and Vicki Lawrence from Mama's Place. I cook for Keys Development. Ask them about me. Never bite the hand that feeds you. Never bite the hand that feeds you. And that's Mayor Brandon Scott. Yeah. You made a body of politics? I hope you like this one, because you the star of the show. Now we're going to where it all started at, 20 years ago. We're going to take a hard look with Richard Scher. And that's Mayor Brandon Scott. And right here, 20 years ago, Dwayne G. Davis, Get Shorty. That's Governor O'Malley. And I went home on vacation and came back on probation. That's me, P.O. Box 38. We talking about Dred Scott. Do blacks have rights? Because that's Mayor Brandon Scott. That's the Maryland Black Caucus. All right? Ex-felons got a right to vote. Y'all took them looking for endorsements. You need to start looking for voters. I'm Shorty. That's Kwaisi Mfume and Corey McCray. Our future is not negotiable. That's Kerry Kagwa. Please allow 30 to 60 days for an investigation. You've been blocking that investigation. You've been blocking that investigation. Man, did you learn anything today? Because this is an MPT learning moment. That's an MPT learning in the moment. That's a legal notice. Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Lake County, Illinois. All right? And Mayor Brandon Scott got that before he got that afro. See that? That's May 2008. P.O. Box 38. Please, Mr. Davis. That's President Obama, and he asked for an investigation. That's, dear Mr. Davis, thank you for your letter, which appointment with the president, for an appointment with the president. See who that is? That's Melissa. See the big picture here? It's a learning moment. Those is your signs. I took your signs and I made them mine so we can go through history. And you can't say that you didn't know. You can't say that you ain't got it. That's Mayor Brandon Scott now. Books over bars, education instead of incarceration. You got 52 members of the Democratic Party that can go to jail. That's the Department of Public Safety right there. And corrections. That told you I was making a movie. That's Mayor Brandon Scott in my toilet. Yeah. Shorty, pull your mask up? No. Shorty, stop shitting on me. Books over bars, education instead of incarceration. That's Governor Westmore. And we talking about slavery then and slavery now because we're not free. That's Karson Kamenetz. I support Karson Kamenetz. But we talking about Juneteenth. And we still fighting for our freedom. Because I ain't got mine. I ain't got mine. But you can go straight ahead and find mine. My freedom is that toilet. My freedom is that toilet. You feel me? So the world can see that toilet from everywhere. All right? I work at Martha's Place. I'm a member of I coexist with Out for Justice. That's the Shriver Institute. I'm the founding member of the Baltimore Block. I work with the Baltimore Teachers Union. Me and Best the Book Buster gave out over 1.5 million books. And we talking about our civil rights, all right? Our civil and constitutional rights. I did the Selma to Montgomery March. Civil Rights March. I did the march and I put in the work. Elevating youth, all right? I participate with the Citizens Policing Project. I cook for No Boundaries. I worked at the Corinthians for 15 years. And we talking about the Ethical Society, the ethics in Baltimore. I helped free Keith Davis. Yeah. I helped free Keith Davis. Now I'm looking for my freedom. That's Chief Justice Roberts of the Supreme Court. And we talking about 1964 public accommodations. You're not tough on crime, you tough on us. That's Jared Germantes from the Board of Elections. That's Jared Germantes. And that's me. Ex-felons got a right to vote. So you're about to watch who I endorse. Y'all owe me money and y'all charge me with some crimes. So we want to go to court about that. The Supreme Court. Public accommodations. I also got out Gilmore Homes. Remember during the riots? I fed the city then and I feed the city now. I'm doing this in the light of day so everybody's on the same page. Because y'all was lying about me. Y'all stuck knives in my back. But now we're going to talk about Trump. That's President Trump in the last elections. And that's his letter. He got to turn over. He an ex-felon too. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. Shorty, pull your mask up? No, it's more than that. Those are the criminal charges against Scott Schellenberger. Everything's right here for everybody to see in the light of day. And that's Marilyn Mosby. Marilyn Mosby had all this while she was in office, when she was running for office. All right? And that's the letter to the Supreme Court. Chief Justice Roberts of the Supreme Court instructed me what to do. I need a writ of certiorari to go to the Supreme Court. So Marilyn Mosby, you between a rock and a hard place. You can still go to jail because you participated in fraud. You use your office to protect the corruption machine. Yeah. Remember up in Greenbelt when y'all was going to jump me because I wanted to speak out against this? Well, y'all can't jump me for this. This toilet represents how you treat us. You treat us like shit. And ain't shit you can do about it. Because that toilet is there. And every time you take it down, I'm going to put it up. Every time you take it down, I'm going to put it up. Like the walls of Jericho. Books over bars, education instead of incarceration. I hope I educated you today. I hope you learned something today. That's Mayor Pugh. And that's the toilet you locked me up for. And y'all was playing Monopoly. You feel me? Y'all was playing Monopoly. That's the Lake County Board. That's Mr. Waller. That's David Smith. And y'all see who he is. So Governor Westmore, books over bars, education instead of incarceration. You got my paperwork. You running for office. It's election year. I'll see you in November. This is art. Art and activism. The art of protest. Slavery then and slavery now. Because we still ain't free. How you doing? This is an art exhibit. I'm going to take it down in a minute.
I know. It's all good. I'm interested.
You're interested? Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Did you use the toilet today? You see the toilet up there?
Yeah, I see it.
That's why I asked you a question.
That's funny. Do you mind if I take
That's what it's here for. Take a picture. Make it a Kodak moment. Make it last forever. Oh, I got a dog up here so your dog don't get mad. I don't need a million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. It's about voters' rights. It's about our rights as people, as individuals. And every year they want to run for office and forget about us after they get the vote and to get our money. So this is for you to look at. You even got Donald Trump behind you. Take a look. The dummy. No, seriously, look. See the toilet paper? See the toilets? You got common denominators. Black, white, straight, or gay. You got to use a toilet today.
You're right about everything you said.
Yeah. You too. Thanks for taking the picture. Please share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. See? I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. And we're going to smell the roses. You feel me? We're going to smell the roses.